rebalance it to the point where, like, statistical items happen more frequently than meme items. Already dead. Yeah, like, I admit, I agree with you, I should say. There's a lot of bloat. Like, the problem, and I still love Isaac. It's amazing. But the problem after all the booster packs is that none of the booster packs added items that were boring. I hear steppers. But you need items that are boring because they're essential. So nobody's going like, hey, here's a tears up. You know, people are going, here's an item, it's called the VCR, and when you pick it up, it makes your screen go funny, and then you pick it up, and you go, okay, cool, and it's a speed down for some ungodly reason. But, oh yeah, I definitely did get here. But this is it, I think. This looks like Dark Souls 3 as well. But yeah, they need to... There's almost too many items in Isaac, I think. It makes it harder to keep the balance right. Like, it used to be... Excuse me? A spoil? I don't know. It seemed like it used to be like, oh, my run started kind of badly, but, you know, there's a very good chance I'm gonna get better soon. And now it's like... Sorry, it's all meme items as far as the eye can see. Not always. I don't want to be deliberately misrepresentative. And the meme items are cool, but not once you, I think, compromise the balance of the original game by adding too many of them. There's also, like, I don't want to rag on Nicholas too hard. Not my co-host, but the publisher of the game. But I get so pissed off in some of the dailies, and it makes me feel bad because I'm, like, too old to be getting pissed off in the dailies. But there's way too many dailies that are like, hey, we pre-programmed this daily. Like, it's a daily where, you know, it's a themed daily. And they make them bad. If people are still playing your game this far, like, post-release, stop. Like, yesterday's daily is, like, Thomas Crapper's birthday, you know, the guy who invented the toilet. So they give you number 2, number 1, and butt bombs, and no item rooms. It's not worth it. It's not a good daily. Like, you got some decent items, and then you took away 6 item rooms, which are, like, the reason, like, everybody's favorite part of Isaac is going to an item room and seeing what you get and how that affects your run. So, like, I was a little pissed off during the daily. I was like, why do you keep making these dailies that are actually just bad? I don't know, man. Again, I think Isaac is amazing, but there's some, like, design decisions I disagree with. Particularly, yeah, no shops and no item rooms on yesterday's daily. Particularly, I'm of the opinion that it's like, you know, if you're just gonna make a daily but make it bad, why don't you just leave it as is? Like, I get it, it's a joke. It's like the Retrovision pill, right? Like, the Retrovision pill, every time you, use the Retrovision pill, what it is like a pill that does nothing except make your vision go funny. So you go, the first time you get it, go, haha. The next 1,500 times you get it, it's meaningless. It's just in there to be like a dumb joke. Just cut it, or like there's like 6 pills that do nothing. I sort of don't get it. But again, it is still good, but like, especially, I've played so many hundreds and thousands of hours that like, the stuff that I don't like really sticks out to me.
Welcome, what is... Very
Let's
well,
channel some
then.
blood echoes. Maybe we should level up something else at some point, but I don't know, man. Any chance of an SOS series? I'd like to. I mean that like 100% sincerely. I would love to do duos with Dan. I don't know if we're gonna find the time. Like, we're all really, really, really busy, but I would like to. SOS is bad. It's kind of not great. but it's fun nonetheless. Yeah, okay. I read your comment too fast. You said SOS is bad, but I love it. I don't think it's bad. I think the thing is, people go like, I think if it's bad but you like it, then it's kind of good. It's good in its own way. But like the survival level of the game, like the actual gameplay on the island, is 50-50. The emergent gameplay is good. I think I feel you on that. Oh boy, we lost sub icons again. Yeah, that happens. Chat was messing up for a while. There was like a minute where my chat didn't update at all. Yeah, some people still have theirs. Any chance for more tournaments is shame. Yeah, we're finding it harder to work together, honestly. It's not like interpersonal disputes, it's just that everybody's so busy. Holy shit. Everybody's so busy, like, doing their own stuff now. It's hard to find the time, to be honest. Hey, they're back. Great news. Make sure to use your Twitch Prime subscriptions to ensure that your subscription icon stays. Watch out for the fires, please. Hey, easy there, big fella. Busy streaming Dota 2 for 14 hours? Don't rag on my boy, okay? That's work. That's Austin's work. Sometimes. If he was sitting around doing nothing and was like, you know, I don't have time for a tournament of shame, I would allow that criticism. But if he's like just streaming other stuff, yeah, that's his job, you know. I'm actually like, I mean, of course I have a vested interest in telling you that I'm a nice guy, but I'm very wary. Like, some of the reasons that I don't ask people as often maybe as chat would like to be on the show is because, like, I'm wary of the fact that I know, like, they have their own things that they need to do, and having them on the show is like, it's like cheap labor for me, and it makes the show a lot better. So I have like a vested interest in doing it, but sometimes I'm like, if you got other stuff that you need to do for yourself, please do it. Why Dota? It's not, honestly, it's none of my business. If he wants to stream Dota and his fans want to watch him stream Dota, and he's, or even if they don't want to watch him stream Dota, but he's streaming it during like a time after he's already done the stuff that people want to see, is really no skin off my scrote, you know. It's not like Austin doesn't stream enough. Like, my dude is live constantly. Did I name the Slay the Spire episode incorrectly? That doesn't sound like me. He hasn't been live for 3 days? Nah, my dude, he was live yesterday. He was slaying spires yesterday. Got one. I didn't need to parry that guy, but it's just been so long since I parried, I wanted to remember what it felt like. So deep in my brain, there is like, something is wrong with this room. Is there a dog on the backside of this room? Like, my brain is like, be afraid, there's something here. Maybe a false alarm? Maybe there's an area in Dark Souls 3 that looks like this? I just felt a deep sense of uneasiness. Like the opposite of a Sunday morning when I walked over there. I think there's an area in Dark Souls 3 that's like that, and a dog jumps out at you from behind the house. That sounds familiar. It's a fine note, my dudes. The Hafu stream was awkward because everybody in the NLSS has crippling social anxiety. Like, not actually, though. It's just like a really mean thing to say. I thought it went relatively smoothly. The consensus seems to be that it went relatively smoothly. I was, a couple times I facepalmed a little bit because, you know, I look at the comments. Someone says something like lewd, and I make a joke about like, hey, we got a guest on the show, and people go like, NL, you're making it weird, she's an adult. And I'm like, it's a bit. It's a bit. Maybe there's a dog back here or something. Is it dogs? Again, deep sense of uneasiness. Push to talk. I think that it would be better if she didn't use push to talk. But it was also like, I think the first time she's used Discord. So I'm not going to rag on her for that. I think she did very well. No, so like I built that bot, Corey, that allows you to vote in Slay the Spire and for cards. And then like last night I was going to refactor it, but instead I just watched the first episode of Season 4 of Black Mirror. Please stop. I think I should go back. I think this is too far. Does the bot include the option of taking no card? Well, like right now it doesn't. It's like I had a lot of refactoring to do. It works as like a proof of concept, but there's a long way to go. What eventually I want you to do is like if a moderator says like you know, exclamation point, slay vote, and then a number, it'll just structure a poll that allows you to vote for that many options plus one, where the additional one is the option to skip. But, I mean, that's all very doable, I just have to do it. And I was trying to do it, like, while I was watching Black Mirror, and I was getting mad distracted, and it was not gonna lead to some positive situations. So there's still... I know it's super easy, but I was doing it while I was watching, like, you know, television at the same time. I also, like, if we want to get into, like, super, of course, I can also go code it into my bot right now. But I'm streaming, because this is my damn job. You're being overly pedantic, okay? I also need to refactor it, because right now, like, if we're getting into full-on, like, DAE programming, like... Originally, I programmed it to use a hash map, which for the voting results, so that it wouldn't allow duplicate votes if you'd already voted, or it would overwrite your first vote with your second vote. But then it didn't work, and I was like, oh, it must be something to do with, maybe I messed up the hash map, which is actually a dictionary, but anyway. And then, so I deleted it and I made it work with a list, which is 10 times easier, and then, it still didn't work, and I was like, oh, it's because I've got when it counts the votes, it's inside of a while loop, but it's not a multi-threaded application, so it just kind of freezes up. So once I got it multi-threaded, it worked with lists, but now I need to refactor it again to work with hash maps. Oh, whoa, my God! Excuse me? No, 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 no. I don't want to go back to the prison. I really thought you would be dead by now. That took about 1,000 blood vials. I don't know what the multi-threading thing is about. It counts, if you initiate votes, it counts the votes. I mean, I'm like, half the audience is gonna just be like bored out of their minds, but it counts the votes in a while loop, which kind of like, it freezes the remaining functionality of, I don't know if that was right. It freezes the remaining functionality of the program until the while loop has completed. So there's probably a better way to do it, but you know, as a hack job, I just multi-threaded it so that that thread can run and the rest of the bot still works. Is this where the dogs are? Beast roar. Yeah, you got it. I also could have made it async, but I'm like I'm not saying that's difficult, but I'm a newbie. So I said to myself, I should multi-thread this, and then I did, and it worked, and that seems to be good enough for the time being. Why don't you count the votes when they're red? I don't want to count the votes when a vote has not been initiated, because it just seems like a waste of processing cycle, but hey, you're lucky. You're very lucky. Can we go back to thanks for the company chat? Dude, I love thanks for the company chat. No, Torch is overpowered. I don't think that man should be able to throw a molly until he exists. That's just my personal theory of game design is enemies should not be able to throw Molotov cocktails at you until they exist. You hear this? What the hell's going on down there in the petroleum pits? And are we forced to go there? Oh, man. I just hate this. Just sort of like don't want to go down here until I know. Excuse me? Until I know where I'm going. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to make sure that I have an escape plan. I think I'm just going to sprint over here. Or sprint over there. Oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be, like, very sticky. Steppers? No, gun boys! You know what? Why not? Perfect. By the way, I'm about infinity friggin' lost. I've just been wandering and killing baddies for like half an hour. Is that a cannon? YouTube's gonna love it. Well, they should have no problem with this. Like, this has been me, killing enemies. You know, this is progress, one way or the other. Why? Not that bad. We're actually farming, more or less. That's a cannon. You could go fight Cleric Beast. DAE, I've already killed the beast who is a cleric. Oh, that's BS. So I watched this show, No! All because I failed the parry, which I actually destroyed him with? The parry was set, dude. I watched a show on Netflix yesterday that I'm pretty sure is fake, but I want to know if you have experience with it. The show is called Extreme Animal Obsessions, and there was a man in this show who lived like a dog to the point where he like ate dog food out of a dog bowl on the ground. And his wife was like, I don't want my husband to live like a dog anymore. And he was like, I don't care. And he took like, he showered with his dog and stuff like that. It was very weird. There's also a man who exclusively ate raw meats. To the extent of it, like, putrefying some of it in a jar. And then eating the putrefied, like, maggot meat. And it looked super real. But I don't know, the rest of the show seemed, like, so fake that I was like, this is... Like, there was a moment that I thought was really good, where he, like, that made me think it was fake. The dude was talking to a doctor. And he went, the doctor was like, hey, do you want to know about, like, what could happen if you eat this raw meat? This is the wrong way, isn't it? He was like, sure, yeah, tell me. And he was like, well, if you eat, or the doctor was like, if you eat raw rabbits, specifically, they carry a parasite or bacterium known as like blah, 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 that can actually lead to death. And he said, like, stone-faced, like, is that rabbit fever? And then she's like, yeah, it's rabbit fever. I was like, that's such a good moment when the guy just goes, it's rabbit fever. Oh, man. I'm being real with you. Thank you. I'm being real with you, chat. I have no idea how I got to this is all just one confusing forest to me, so I just don't know where we're going. You're gonna say natural selection's gonna sort that guy out, but you're incorrect. He already has 2 kids. So, at least the actor pretended to have 2 kids. We definitely went in this direction. You passed 2 shortcuts. Oh, please, alleviate me of my concern. say literally a straight line? What are you talking? It's three-dimensional space. You need a position, like an origin and a destination vector. See you in hell. That's alright, we can die and then you can elucidate me on the shorties, exactly. You can have a straight line in 3D space? Yeah, but any line that is straight is a straight line in 3D space. There's infinite straight lines in three-dimensional space. Oh no, my 2 levels of souls. Alright. Where is it, chat? Which straight line? Like, this is a straight line. This is a straight line. This is a straight line. Yeah, I know, there's infinite lines in 2D as well. So I'm saying straight line is not a good direction. I can wait. I'm trying to figure out how to do gestures. You still have to unlock it. Oh, sick. Over the bridge and through the village. Face me. Face me! That was not a good use of a blood vial. That felt good. Is this the village? Go back and right. I'll be straight up with you, this game needs a compass. So this up the hill is back and right now. Is that correct? You know what? I think I'm just gonna do it. It's right when you're looking over the bridge. So you want me to... I'm gonna look over the bridge. And then while looking over the bridge, I'm gonna slowly walk backwards to the direction that's to the right. Alright, gotcha. So just back step, back step, back step. Oh, that was a roll. My mistake. Frig off, bird. This isn't NL navigation errors. This is, I mean, it's partly, it's like 100% my fault for not knowing where to go, but the directions that people give are also just actually terrible. I have to know where I'm going in order to interpret your directions. It's like, yeah, it's really easy to follow directions to get to a place when I already know where it is, but when I'm turbo lost, like I need unambiguous sort of like, you know, by the tree directly in front of you and then to the left of that. I told you straight, left, right, straight. Yeah, okay, you got a good point there. I don't remember seeing this incredibly bloody tombstone, but I could be incorrect. If it's a new area, it's a new area. Let's do it. I was also kind of... Oh! Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't come this way last time. I also have a board stuck in my chest. Oh, there it goes. It worked its way out through the thoracic cavity. He almost did a Misaloo. You heard it. Go ahead. Face me. Worth it. No longer worth it at all. No longer even close to being worth it. What was your favorite animal dissection? I don't know. I've only done like... Oh my god. I've probably done like a dozen dissections in my life. I didn't really have a favorite. They're all kind of gross. These guys are just having